Hello, and welcome to this short film which will tell you about what the parish library is, and how you can log into it as a parish officer. The intention is that you should be able to do this yourself, but don't worry if you run into any difficulties because the parish library admin is here to help. They can answer questions by email or telephone, and can even come round to help you get connected. Wantage Parish has taken advantage of a generous Microsoft offer to all charities. Up to 300 users of Office 365 for Business can be had for free, over a period of 10 years. This is something which would normally cost many thousands of pounds. Our license agreement runs out in 2032, and covers all the Microsoft Office tools, vast amounts of secure cloud storage, and facilities like SharePoint, which allows us to build a parish intranet. None of these benefits have to be installed on the user's computer. It's all cloud-based, and all that is needed is a login on a browser. So, how will all this look in the parish library? Well, in the initial stages we are only looking at two components. OneDrive for our data storage, and SharePoint which will give us the equivalent of private parish web pages. SharePoint will be used to provide a knowledge base, a kind of encyclopedia related to the parish, which we will call the Parish Handbook. But for the purposes of this short film, we are concentrating on OneDrive. Each parish officer is allocated a terabyte of private storage. That is a phenomenal amount of cloud data space, and you could upload your entire photo and music collections to it, and nobody would know. But really it is intended for the storage of documents allied to your work with the church but which you are not yet ready to share with everybody else. But, in addition, each parish officer is given a share to the collected parish data. If you work with the parish accounts, then you will be able to see, and perhaps update, the finance folder. If you are in the choir, then there is a choir folder to which you will be given access. What you can see will be related to your role within the parish.
Hi there. This middle part of the film is designed to show how to get set up as a parish officer within the parish library system. It's a fairly straightforward process, as long as everything behaves as it should. You will probably manage all of this yourself, but if you do run into problems, then don't despair. You can call or email the parish library admin for help or advice, and they will even call round to help you set up, if the going gets particularly rough. The first thing to do is to open your browser. Typically this will be Google Chrome, or Microsoft Edge. It might even be Safari, if you are an Apple user. On the screen here you are looking at Google Chrome. Yours absolutely won't look the same as this, which has been personally customized. But it's just the part where you can type in a web address or a question. We're going to enter a web address in the topmost part of the screen. It's going to be www.onedrive.com. You won't always have to type this in. Eventually you will set a browser shortcut to speed up the navigation. If you already have a Microsoft account, then you will be taken to the OneDrive for that account. If you don't have one, then there will be nowhere to take you and you'll just be asked to sign in. Here, we are looking at the files associated with the parish library admin's personal account. So, we click on the account icon at top right of the screen and select the option to sign in with a different account. Here we are being asked for a login to the parish library. These logins look like email addresses, and in fact they are. But for now, just regard it as a login string. Your login will relate to the role you have within the parish and has been supplied in the email which delivered this film to you. For the purposes of this demo, we are using the login for Anne Gregory, which is trinitytots1@parishofwantage.onmicrosoft.com, and the film was shot whilst setting up her account. The parish library requires a password. The email which delivered this film contains a temporary password, assigned by Microsoft. Type that in here. The system responds by asking you to re-enter the temporary password and then to invent a password of your own, and to confirm it by typing it again. The parish library now needs to set up some security on your account. It will inform you that some action is required, and when you click Next it will tell you that you should acquire the app Microsoft Authenticator on your smartphone. Before doing that, click Next and Next again. This will result in a QR code being displayed on the computer screen. We'll leave that there and move over to your smartphone. Open the App Store on your smartphone. This will either be Google Store or Apple Store, depending on your smartphone. Type Microsoft Authenticator into the search box. You're looking for the Microsoft Authenticator app. There are a number of Authenticator apps available and, in theory, any one of them should work. But we would recommend selecting the Microsoft version. Click Install. When the app asks if it is okay to send you notifications, click Allow. When the app asks if it can collect diagnostics data to keep the app secure and updated, there is no option but to accept. When the app asks you to tick the box to allow Microsoft to collect usage data, it's entirely up to you how you respond. When the app asks how you would like to sign in, select Add Work or School Account. The app is now ready to scan the QR code which your computer screen is displaying. Touch Scan a QR code. The app now needs your permission to use the smartphone camera. Touch while using the app. The app now warns that it has automatically enabled the app lock. Touch OK. The smartphone camera now becomes active and can be used to scan the QR code displayed on the computer screen. It will tend to recognize the QR code even before it is centered in the phone screen. Click Next. Then type the number shown on the computer screen into the Authenticator app on the smartphone. The Yes option will become active and should be touched. Finally, the sign-in should be verified either by using the smartphone PIN or the fingerprint recognition system. That completes the connection of Microsoft Authenticator to your parish officer account. Back on the computer screen, click Next. The second level of authentication is for Microsoft to attach your parish officer account to your smartphone. You will be asked to select the appropriate country code and to provide your smartphone number. Microsoft will then send a text message to the smartphone. The message will consist of a numeric code. Read the text message and then, back on the computer screen, enter it into the box provided. If all is well, you will see a success message. You have now completed the authentication process and signed into your parish officer account.
Welcome back, and I hope that you have managed to successfully navigate the sign-in process. The OneDrive component of the parish library falls into two parts. As a new parish officer, you will now have access to various components of the shared folders. In total, they are as shown here. Everybody gets update access to the media and history folders. That means that they can upload files from their own computer or create new files in situ using the Microsoft Office tools provided. But in addition, they will have view or update access to other folders too, depending on their role within the parish. If you can view a folder, then you will be able to download its component files to your own computer, or simply work with them online. To see what tools are available to you, click the square grid of 9 dots near the top left of the window. But you will also have a terabyte of private storage, represented as My Files. Nobody else can see your private storage unless you share folders or documents with them. In this sequence, we are looking at the login for Trinititots 1. You can see that only a small subset of the parish library folders has been shared. In this next sequence, Trinititots 1 finds that there is nothing stored under My Files. So we create a new folder, and, within that folder, create a new Word document. In this segment we will have a brief tour of the media folder. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.